A lot of receiver reunions with their former teams, eh? You know, Mari Cooper to the Raiders, Thielen just now to the Vikings, Keenan Allen to the Chargers, Brandon Cooks with the Saints, and Julio Jones on retire and come back to the Falcons, please? Nah, I'm just playing. You had a good career, don't even waste it. I mean, don't waste another year with us, because we're kind of in the unknown right now. Then we had Desmond Ridder getting cut. I can't believe he was a starting quarterback. Snoop Huntley got cut, and Kenny Pickett got traded to the Raiders. Welcome to QB Purgatory, Kenny. Enough about those NFL news on the trades and the signings and everything else. Let's get straight to the video. Welcome back to Grizzly Talks Football. I'm the Grizz, and ladies and gentlemen, today we have NFL head coaches tier list for 2025. Head coaches are going to be a little different from the tight ends, the running backs, the wide receivers, the quarterbacks, and everything else. But if you have not already, make sure you hit that link in the description for Season 2 of Grizzly Talks Football so you can watch every episode so you're all caught up and also have our future episodes whenever they come out. Do not forget to hit the red subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single one of my videos. Helps the channel a lot. Without further delay, let's go put some head coaches on the tier list, shall we? Let me introduce you to the head coach and tier list tiers before we get started. First off, we got job is safe, obviously. You did enough to keep your job at least for one more year. Decent hire, they're above average. You're not exactly elite, but hey, you did enough to be able to keep your job at least. I mean, job is safe is you're the best of the best as the head coaches. First year unknown, first year head coaches, we don't know how they're going to do, but there's also a couple of guys going into their second year that I still don't know about. Warm seat, of course, you're doing a pretty bad job. You're getting close to the bottom tier, but you're not quite there just yet. And finally, we have the hot seat. That's the worst of the worst, and they got one last chance to really prove that they can coach a team before they get fired. Kicking this list off, we got Aaron Glenn of the Jets. He is a first-year head coach, so I have no idea what he's going to do, but I think he will be at least serviceable as far as defensively. But maybe he can get the offense back on track? I'm not sure. I mean, it is the Jets after all. Does have some good players, Ricky Mason-Taylor, quarterback is Justin Fields, Breece Hall at running back, Garrett Wilson at wide receiver. I mean, he's got talent on the offense. It's just how he's going to use it is going to be my biggest concern. He should be fine defensively with guys like Quentin Williams and Sauce Gardner on the defense. Next up, we got Andy Reid. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. His job is 100% safe. I mean, 5 Super Bowl appearances in the last 6 seasons. You can't get any better than that. His offense did get a little worse, but he still has Patrick Mahomes. He still has a very serviceable defense. Still has Travis Kelce. As soon as he wants to, stop the freaking wedding with Taylor Swift, because this is getting annoying now. It's the same shit with Taylor Swift. She gets engaged with you, but then she drops you like a wet piece of paper towel. If he just gets over her, he's going to actually become one of the best tight ends again. Just because the roster doesn't look very enticing does not mean that the Chiefs are going to be ass. Watch them win at least 13 games this year. Next up, we got Ben Johnson. He's in his first year, but, I'm kind of looking at it as at least a decent hire. Defense is definitely all situated, but it's the offense that has been the biggest concern. The offensive line. Ben Johnson made some big splashes in the offensive line, at least this year. In the offseason, trading for Joe Thuney and Jonah Jackson to help out with the interior, and also getting Drew Dolman and Grady Jarrett on the trenches as well. Dude, Caleb Williams is so set up for success. He's going to do wonders with that Ben Johnson offense, I can tell you that. Second year is going to be a second-year surge for Caleb. Up next, we have Brian Callahan of the Titans. I'm going to just say his seat is warm right now. I mean, it's just his second year. His first year was a complete disaster. I mean, they got the first overall pick. Their offense looked like shit. I mean, the defense was serviceable, but the offense, ugh. Let's just be honest, Callahan got dealt a very bad hand last year. Let's just hope with Cam Ward he can actually do some great things. I mean, especially with guys like Calvin Ridley and Tony Pollard on his offense, he should be pretty fine. And Chick Conlon with tight end. I mean, he let the defense at least be serviceable, so it's not terrible, but Harold Landry did leave the team in the offseason, go to the New England Patriots, so yikes. Yeah, defense might be a little worse. Next up, we got Brian Daboll. I like the guy, but unfortunately, according to Giants management, he's pretty much on the hot seat now. Had a playoff victory in his first year, but the Giants got rid of literally everybody that helped that Giants team be good. Well, aside from Dexter Lawrence. The biggest mistake that the Giants management did was re-sign Daniel Jones, when Saquon was basically the entire team that season in 2022. I think Daboll is at least a decent coach, it's just he's on the damn Giants. They're so incompetent at their job up there in the management offices. I hope he goes to a different team that is at least more stable than what's going on in New York. Up next we got, oh dear God, Brian Schottenheimer. Unfortunately, I gotta put him in the middle tier, the first year head coach, even though I want to put him in the warm seats. You know damn well Jerry is not going to let him go anytime soon. This was probably the biggest clown hire I have ever seen Dallas make since the Dave Campbell era. And I wasn't even born during the Dave Campbell era, that's the difference. They're coming off a 7-10 season with McCarthy, who was actually a decent coach. And then they replaced him with an even worse option in Brian Schottenheimer just to save money. Oh, by the way, Jerry, fucking pay Micah! Up next, we got Dan Campbell. Yeah, his job is safe as well. He's coming off back-to-back 10-plus win seasons for Detroit, getting the 1 seed last year. Unfortunately, did not have a great, showing in the playoff game, but, I'm excited to see what he can do, especially without his coordinators Ben Johnson and Eric Glenn when they went to different teams. He's got a talented offense and a talented defense. He is very ballsy. Yeah, we get it, Dan. Seeing what he's going to do without his coordinators is going to be very interesting, especially after the preseason they had, which was pretty disastrous. Next up, we got Dan Quinn on the Commanders. After that 12-win season, yeah, his job is definitely safe. 12-win season in his first year and made it to the NFC Championship game? Yeah, your job is 100%, especially with a guy by the name of Jaden Daniels. And Terry McLaurin got re-signed to a 3-year, $96 million deal. I think the defense is going to look just a bit worse. Washington did upgrade their offensive line but traded for Larry Tunsil. It's just, defense has been the biggest concern all season last year. Yeah, especially after the 50-piece that got put on them in the NFC Championship. Yeah, it actually got worse. You still have the linebacker core of Bobby Wagner and Frankie Louvu, but everything else, good luck with that. Up next, we got Carolina Panthers, Dave Canales. I think this is a decent hire. I don't think his seat is warm just yet. I mean, he had a young team to start out, but they're starting to emerge as stars. They're starting to. Now it's going to be decision time here. Will the Panthers actually kind of overachieve or at least be a solid team, or will they fall flat on their face? That's going to be the big question here. Adam Thielen's gone, so you got Xavier Legette, Ted McMillan, Jalen Coker at the wide receiver core. Tight end could definitely work on that. Bryce Young is their quarterback. Running back duo of Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle. Offense should be at least fine. It's just the defense, really. You do have stars like Derek Brown and, what was his name? J.C. Horn? Other than that, it's just unproven talent on the defense. If Canales didn't unlock the true potential, the Panthers could be a scary team in the South. Next, we got D'Amico Ryans. Yeah, I think his job is definitely safe here. 2 years, 2 playoff appearances, 2 division titles for the Houston Texans. He's doing a pretty good job. Has a solid defense, has a solid offense, even though C.J. Stroud had a little bit of a sophomore slump, but I think he should bounce back in year 3. Nick Chubb is the running back for this team. You also got Nico Collins, Tank Dell, and also some Iowa State receivers like Xavier Hutchinson, Jalen Noel, company, Jaden Higgins. Defense, of course, led by Danielle Hunter, Will Anderson, Derek Stingley as well. Ooh, man. It's going to be another consecutive division title for Houston, most likely. Up next, we got Jim Harbaugh in his second year. Yeah, I think his job is most definitely safe. Did an awesome job in his first year as the Chargers coach. Helped the QB situation with Justin Herbert. Helped him become a more efficient quarterback. They completely revamped their running back core with guys like Najee Harris and Amarian Hampton. Wide receiver core now consists of Keenan Allen, Quint Johnston, Lamb McConkey. You also have Tyler Conklin as the tight end. Offensive line looked good until Rashawn Slater got injured. Let's just hope that Joe Alt can hold down the fort. And oh no, Peter Skronsky is in the Titans. My bad. Defense looks solid. I mean, without Joey Bosa, it's going to be interesting to see what that front four can do. I mean, you still have guys like Khalil Mack, Derwin James, Asante Samuel. I think you still have to pay him. But overall, it's looking like a pretty decent year again for the Chargers. He was a pretty solid head coach in the NFL when the 49ers, and now he revived his NFL career with the Chargers. Let's hope he has a good second year. Next up, we got his brother, John Harbaugh. Yeah, his job is definitely set. He's been the third head coach for the Ravens in their entire history. Yeah, it's like 30 years now, and they've only had 3 coaches. Make sure you check out my NFL head coaches video, or worst all time and best all time. John Harbaugh has been a coach since 2008, and he has been so solid ever since. Ever since Lamar Jackson was a quarterback drafted to the Ravens, he has been nothing short of spectacular. And he has one of the best rosters in the entire NFL. Probably the best roster in the AFC. Probably second best behind the Eagles. I mean, you got Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, D-Hop, solid offensive line, Mark Andrews at tight end. Your offense is set. Your defense could honestly be even better. I mean, you guys, I'm trying to remember here, Roquan Smith at the linebacker spot. You now have Nate Wiggins and Jair Alexander as the corners. Same with Marlon Humphrey and a safety duo of Malachi Starks and Kyle Hamilton. This team is going to be disgusting this year. Next up, we got Jonathan Gannon. I'm going to say warm seat for now. Had a solid season last year. I mean, third place in the division. But it's just Kyler Murray, man. Everything looks pretty nice on paper. I mean, running back's good with James Conner, Marvin Harrison, Michael Wilson as the receivers. But decent offensive line as well. Tight end Trey McBride. It's just, who's throwing the ball to him? Kyler Murray, the midget? I think the defense is going to be just fine. It's just the offense is definitely going to be hindered by the QB play. Jonathan Gannon definitely needs to work on that. Probably needs to get a new quarterback for 2026. Otherwise, yeah, I'm not expecting a winning season from Arizona in a pretty long while. Next up, we have Kellen Moore in his first season with the Saints. I'm just going to put him in unknown for right now. I think he is in the worst position to succeed. Yeah, good luck with that, Saints. Who do you have? Chris Olave at the wide receiver spot. You got Juwan Johnson, Taysom Hill at the tight ends. Alvin Kamara as your running back. Your quarterback situation is a whole mess. You got Spencer Rattler starting. Defense is aging and not getting any younger. It's just going to be a complete train wreck. Don't be surprised that Kellen Moore gets fired in his first season. But honestly, you got to stop firing coaches 1 year done. That's not good. You need stability. And firing a coach in his first year is not going to cut it. Next up, I believe that is Kevin O'Connell. He is 100% safe in his job. Single-handedly revived Sam Darnold's career last year. Did the same thing almost to Kirk Cousins. I mean, this guy is an absolute animal as a coach. Has so much talent on the offense as well. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Adam Thielen now. You got Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones as the running back duo. That is insane. And your defense is absolutely nuts as well. Jonathan Greener, Jonathan Allen just now. I mean, this defense is going to cook. Vikings are going to have another successful year because they have a very good head coach. Next up, we got Kevin Stefanski at the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, not your fault, man. Upper management is just in a complete mess right now. The Deshaun Watson contract had everyone scrambling. At least you were able to have 2 playoff games, or 2 playoff berths and 1 win in the playoffs. It's just a shame that once they fire here, they're going to go back to being the same old Browns and be absolutely irrelevant. I mean, defenders like Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward are supposed to help this defense rise. It's just, it's just terrible. Well, the offensive production is just absolutely awful, and now you lost Nick Chubb. and Amari Cooper. At least you got Jerry Jeudy. Yeah. Up next, we got Liam Cohen from Jacksonville. He's in his first year, but I'm sure he'll be pretty nice. Was the offensive coordinator for the Bucs. Helped Baker Mayfield become one of the best quarterbacks in the league. By the way, he's still top 10 QB in the league. I agree with that. I sure hope he can do the same thing with Trevor Lawrence because he has been struggling lately. I mean, you got running back duo in Travis Etienne and Tank Bixby that you could definitely help get going. Wide receiver room like Brian Thomas and Travis Hunter. I mean, come on, man. Brent Strange, an up-and-coming tight end. Offensive line looks decent. And a defense consistent of Trayvon Walker, now Mason Graham. And you got quite a bunch of nice players. You know, Travis Hunter also plays at the defensive back, along with Tyson Campbell. I sure hope this is the bounce back here for Jacksonville that they desperately need. Next up, I believe this is Kyle Shanahan. Yeah, his job is safe. This guy made 2 Super Bowls and a couple of conference championships. Don't get it twisted. Injuries screwed Shanahan. And now almost all your team is left. Nah, I'm just kidding. Only like a fraction of your team left. Secondary is going to be a big concern. Defensive front 7, it shouldn't be too big of an issue, especially with guys like Nick Bosa and Fred Warner. Offensively, lost Debo, but you do have Brandon Ayuk, who was injured for the first half of the season. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, if you don't have a good start in the first half of the season, you guys are cooked. Next up, we got Matt LaFleur of the Green Bay Packers. Yeah, his job's safe. Nice couple of playoff seasons with Jordan Love at the starting quarterback. Like, he's helping him become a top half QB in the league, and I'm standing behind it. Josh Jacobs at the running back. He finally drafted a first-round wide receiver at Matthew Golden, which, you know, the receiver room isn't too bad, but it's not great. You do have Tucker Kraft as a tight end, though. Defensively, you did lose Jair Alexander, so the secondary definitely got tampered with. Front 7, I mean, it should be at least serviceable. Let's hope your defense can keep up with the offense. Next up, we got Mike McDaniel of the Seahawks. He was a decent hire, I'm not gonna lie. Helped Geno Smith actually be a pretty nice quarterback. You know, 10-7 his first year, you know, but just barely missing the playoffs. Now he's got Sam Darnold and Cooper Kupp for Darnold to throw to. Sammy Slinger might have a pretty good season again. Now that we know he actually has the great talent in the world, it's just he's just been in two QB purgatories, and we just didn't know that he was good. Thank God for KOC for saving Darnold's career. I sure think he's going to have a decent season. Next, we got Mike McDonald. Gosh dang it, I'm butchering his name. I am going to put him in the warm seat. Yeah, I said it. Without Tua, this team is just lost. Not only on offense, but also on defense. I mean, defensively, they were just injured from head to toe. I mean, like, they have some good defensive players. It's just not great defensively. And the offense is even worse. Yikes. I mean, looking at the stars you got there, I think you got Darren Waller now at tight end, who should actually revive his career. You got Devon Achane at running back. You got Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill if he wants to come back as wide receivers. Like, you got some good talent there. It's just without the strong arm QB Tua, this team kind of doesn't have an identity. And Donald has a lot to do with that. Oh wait, no, McDonald's on the Seahawks. Damn it. McDaniel, I meant. If he doesn't start looking for great depth at the quarterback position, I don't know what else to say. I mean, Zach Wilson does have a strong arm, though, so, I mean, if Tua gets hurt, I mean, at least he'll be the backup, right? And then we got Mike Tomlin of the Steelers. I'm not going to put him in hot seat. I'm going to put him in warm right now. He was a good coach back in the day, you know, leading the Steelers to all these great playoff games, you know, especially with Big Ben, Le'Veon Bell, and Antonio Brown being the big three out there. There were some other receivers as well, like Hans Ward out there also. No, that was after Jerome Bettis. But he had some good seasons, and then he started to become the coach again, and all of a sudden, he can't go no lower than 9-8 and a first-round exit. Times are changing, and Tomlin's not getting any younger. Let's hope that Aaron Rodgers can pull out his MVP form and help the Steelers in some sort of way. Otherwise, they're probably going to be the meme team besides the Browns in the AFC North. Up next, we got Mike Vrabel. I know this is his first year as the Patriots head coach, but I'm sure his job's going to be extremely safe. They got rid of Jared Mayo just to make way for Mike Vrabel to be their head man, and I don't see why Vrabel does not keep his job in New England after 1 year. I mean, this is going to help Drake May tremendously, and it's also going to help the defense, especially with the additions they made in the offseason. You know, Milton Williams, Harold Landry, Robert Spillane as well. Woo! I'm excited to see what this new-look Patriots looks like. Upgraded the offensive line as well in the draft. Drake May has Stephon Diggs. It's just the wide receiver room that's the big issue here. Next up, we got Nick Sirianni for the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, he's still safe. As much as I don't want to admit it, he is most definitely safe. You know, he just won a Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts, Saquon, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. Probably the best roster in the league. Did lose Milton Williams and Darius Slay due to free agency. However, you know, they're still really good. I mean, they got Jordan Davis. Now they got to pair up with Jalen Carter, two Georgia boys, ready to pair up each other once again. Linebacker core has some great depth. Defensive backs, I mean, come on. Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, you can't get any better than that. Also, along with Zach Bond and Ray Blankenship on the secondary and linebacker core. Very nice. Eagles are going to have another successful year, most definitely. Next up, we got Pete Carroll for the Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, I think this is a decent hire for Vegas. They needed some stability. After what happened with John Gruden, then Josh McDaniels, then Antonio Pierce, it's just the coaching hires has just been not unstable for the most part. At least Pete Carroll at least has a ton of experience along with it. He brought his quarterback over. They drafted Ashton Genty, the best running back in the country at the time. And you also have a pretty deep receiving core. Not sure about the Jacoby Myers situation, but they also got Jack Beck and Dante Thornton along with Trey Tucker as well. Receiving game was nice. The defense, besides the front four with Max Crosby, is the biggest concern here. Spillane's gone. Secondary, I mean, they did have Jeremy Chin added to their roster, or was that the Panthers? I can't remember. Either way, the defense is going to be the biggest concern for Vegas. Up next, we got Raheem Morris. I'm going to put him in warm seats right now. Still has a losing record as a head coach. I'm hoping that this will be the year that he will get his first winning record as the Falcons coach. Has some great weapons, you know, duo of Robinson and Algier in the backfield, along with Michael Penix at quarterback, wide receiver room, you know. Drake London, Darnell Mooney, hopefully they can play Nick Nash at some point. Kyle Pitts hopefully has his breakout year at tight end. Offensive line took a major hit at offensive tackle thanks to the injuries to Caleb McGarry and Storm Norton. Yeah, don't think I forgot about that. Defense is really what we worked on in the offseason. As far as signings and draft picks, you know, James Pierce and Jalen Walker hope to be immediate pieces in that defensive front. AJ Terrell still holding down the fort at defensive backs. Hopefully Kobe Bryant gets a chance to shine, along with Mike Hughes and maybe D. Alford. Alongside the safety duo of J.C. Bates and perhaps one of the rookies, whether either Xavier Watts or Billy Bowman. I feel like Xavier Watts might be more likely. He's got some great talent in this team. If Raheem Morris can really bring up the best in every single one of those players, they could win the division title. Maybe. Next up, we got Coach McDermott from the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, his job is very much safe. Ever since he had Josh Allen as his quarterback, he has just been absolutely on fire, especially with coaching and with the quarterback play after the MVP. Still a decent receiving core, still offensive line is still very elite. James Cook is a very nice running back. Defense got a lot better with Joey Bosa, in my opinion. It could be a nice year again for the Bills in AFC East. Now they can feel what the Patriots have been feeling for like 2 decades now. Well, before Tom Brady left. Next up, we got Sean McVay of the Rams. His job is absolutely safe. Probably the best coach of Rams history. I know people are probably going to be slandering me saying Dick Vermeil was better. Come on, he had one good season and that was the Super Bowl season. Come on, man. And Sean McVay, he has been consistently good his entire time with that organization. From Jared Goff to Stafford, I mean, he has a Super Bowl, but He had a very nice season last year, especially with winning the division title, making it all the way to the division round, making it close with the eventual Super Bowl champs. Especially with getting Devontae Adams to add to the receiving corps for Stafford. Like, there's almost like no excuses why the Rams should not make at least the divisional playoff, let alone probably a Super Bowl. But unless somehow the Rams completely collapse, I think Sean McVay's job is just absolutely on lockdown. Next up, Sean Payton. Yeah, there is no doubt that he has his job safe. In 2 seasons, he has helped the Broncos not only financially, but also on the field as well. Helped him get out of that dead cap from the Russell Wilson contract and helped the Broncos make their first playoffs since 2015-16 year. You know, the year they won the Super Bowl. This is just only the beginning for the Broncos. You know, one of the best defenses in the league. A surging offense with second-year quarterback Bo Nix, especially with a couple of new weapons to try out. Especially like R.J. Harvey, J.K. Dobbins in the backfield. Cortland Sutton's still holding it down as wide receiver 1. You also got some young guys like Troy Franklin and Pat Bryant. And also Marvin Mims as the speedy wideout. I would prefer him to be in the slot. And they got a tight end in Evan Engram. Oh yeah, among the defensive additions, Talanoa Hufanga and Dre Greenlaw from the Niners. This could be a definite improvement for the Broncos this upcoming season. I'm hoping so. Up next, we got Shane Steichen of the Colts. Yeah, he is absolutely on the hot seat. He drafted Anthony Richardson 4th overall, and after 2 seasons, he has not been impressive at all. I'll give him credit where it's due. He was injured 4 games into the regular season in 23, in 24. He was the most inaccurate quarterback in the league. One of the most inaccurate quarterbacks in history. Now, he lost the starting job to Daniel Jones. Unless the QB situation somehow gets fixed with Daniel Jones at the helm, yeah, I don't think Shane Steichen's going to be lasting very long in Indianapolis. Well, at least everything else looks nice. Offensive line looks solid. Tyler Warren's the new tight end. Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce, Josh Downs make up the receiving corps. Very solid. Jonathan Taylor at the running back spot. I mean, you can't get any better than that. And the defense definitely got tampered with a little bit with Nick Cross leaving and AJ Speed as well. Zaire Franklin holding it down along with Kwity Paye and DeForest Buckner in the defensive line. And they also picked up Charvarius Ward in free agency to help out with the secondary. Not sure how much that's going to do. Steichen better pray that his talent actually bails him out in the end and gets a playoff berth as far as the AFC South goes. Better be hoping for a 6 or 7 seed, because if not, you're done. Up next, we got Todd Bowles. I am going to say he has a warm seat right now. Yeah, I said it. If you know ball, you would know that Todd Bowles was not the reason why the Bucs have had so many good seasons. 1, it was because they're in a completely ass division. And 2, he is carried by the talent he has on both sides of the ball. His schemes suck. If they had at least the Super Bowl head coach, they would have won 14 games last year. Especially with that, the 8-9 season, 22? If he wasn't the coach on that team, they would have won 11 games. They would have won that division single-handedly without a shadow of a doubt. Todd Bowles is what's holding this team back, and they need to get rid of him before things get worse. Also, I will never forgive you what you did to Desmond Watson. I would have happily taken him on the defensive line. I wouldn't even make him try to lose weight. I would just put him out there on the field and say, completely make their life hell. That's what you should have done, and now I hope you get cursed for it. And the final coach we have is Zach Taylor. Do I put him in hot seat or do I put him in warm seat? I'll put him in, sure, why not? Let's put him in hot seat. I'm in right in the middle of warm and hot seat for Zach Taylor. I mean, he has 2 conference championship appearances and 1 Super Bowl appearance in the last, 5 years? It's just unfortunate that he could not field a defense that could stop a fly from getting to the end zone. At least the offense looks good. Guys like Chase Brown in the backfield, Joe Burrow slinging the rock, could have been MVP if he had a capable defense. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Mike Gesicki as the receiving corps. I mean, come on, man. Why does the defense look ass? Besides Trey Hendrickson, they lost Jermaine Pratt to free agency as well. Oh yeah, and Trey Hendrickson got re-signed to a raise. It was a 1-year, $14 million raise. It's like sort of a franchise tag, but again, it's not exactly that. Sure hope the defensive situation gets fixed, otherwise Zach Taylor might be on his way out of here. And this is the final head coaching tier list for 2025. And that'll also do it for this episode of Crazy Talks Football. You enjoyed this episode, make sure you get this a big thumbs up. Hit the notification bell and the subscribe button so you don't miss a single one of my videos. This is the Grizz signing up for now. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace, love. Keep the Grizzly vibes with you at all times. Take care. Oh yeah, NFL season starts next week. Be on the lookout for those week 1 predictions.